Hey everyone, Joshua Hanlon here, and I'm at Bricks Cascade in Portland, Oregon, and I'm back at Jurassic Park, this incredible collaborative layout. It's bigger and better than ever, so I've got the first of the builders here with me. If you want to introduce yourself, and we'll start with your section and then go around and check all this out.
Hey, welcome guys. I am James Ritzman, and I've been participating in the Jurassic Park collaborative for, I think this is year 7. Yeah, so this is year 7 that we've done this. Yeah, you want me to walk you through it?
Yes, absolutely.
So you've interviewed us before. Great to have you as always. So this has been kind of a passion project of about a dozen builders where every year we try to kind of up the ante for our big Jurassic Park collaborative. And because there are so many movies in the franchise, there's so many cool things like, you know, we reference old concept artwork, we reference stuff from the video games and from the movies, tons of inspiration to draw from. So the concept is, this is Isla Chorizo, or Sausage Island, which is one of the, it's one of the lesser known islands of the Jurassic Park franchise. And as a consequence, it's a little bit more of a ragtag team that runs and operates it. So this is not a well-functioning park in any sense of the word. But we play with it, we play on it, we have a lot of fun coming up with fun stories, telling stories, showing, just cool things that come out from, I don't know, I could go on and on. This is one of my fun creative outlets, and I've just loved seeing it change every year and new things that get introduced, and just love it.
I mean, I think that's what makes it so cool for me coming back every year and seeing this, is the size of it, but then within the overall size, there's so many fun little scenes, and you never know what little scenarios are playing out between the dinosaurs and the humans, and then of course all the amazing buildings and the mountains and the lava and everything. So there's always something new and exciting.
Yeah, it's anarchy. This is just, like I said, so I think we play it up. We've done a tradition where all the builders will come dressed as park staff. We interact with kids. We like to show them the details. I think the thing I love most about, well, there's a lot that I love about it, but I think kids are looking for something that is more interactive. We want to give them that experience where it's not just, hey, come look at my stuff. It's, hey, look, here's a bunch of adults having a good time playing together. This is what play can look like. Here's some stories we put out. Look at all the things. So it's come talk to us, come take photos of us. And so you'll see as you walk around, we've got us. We're cosplaying. So we're cosplaying and doing an act Lego Expo at the same time.
Speaking of that, we got to get shout out the shoes down here. You'll notice a few different people.
We are not affiliated with nor sponsored by Nike. However, these dropped about 2 weeks ago. So we've got a bunch of us spent some good money on that. We're really happy with how they turned out.
However, Nike would like to, provide some dinosaurs in the future.
Yes, exactly. If there are any opportunities for sponsorships or affiliates that would like to help on the funding, we've got plenty of billboard space. We'd be happy to advertise your business, happy to advertise and work into any partnerships. Universal, if you're out there, we would love to talk to you and would love to work out an arrangement. You know how to find us.
Perfect. So let's dive into the builds here a little more now. So take us through kind of what we have happening in this section.
Okay, so we try to create a good flow. Here we have the original Jurassic Park Visitor Center, and then that goes into the main street that is kind of inspired by Jurassic World. So we just, for our concept, we're going to kind of mash it all together. Main Street is like you would go to Disneyland. You walk through your Main Street, you go past vendors, shops, and things of that nature. So that's kind of what we're trying to illustrate right here. So if you were a guest coming through the park, you'd go through the original visitor center, pass through, and then down through the Main Street. Plenty of places to go shop and buy. I think we've got, I'm trying to see, there's even like a Jurassic Lego store that's here on the island, right? So that's where this kind of starts and then ends, and then after that we get into the attractions. So the attractions will be out beyond this. So one little thing I wanted to point out, we've got we've got some custom signage for visitors that are coming into the park, and then as visitors leave the park, they read the opposite of the backside of those signs. So just making it clear, this is a for-profit business, and you
have to cover yourself.
We have to cover. The liability insurance is very high. We don't have we had an HR team, but we're joking that the HR team got eaten. So anyway, like I said, we're a little bit of a ragtag team. Things are a little bit anarchic in this in this world.
No, this is incredible. So I love the intro here. We'll keep moving down through the rest of the layout. Thank you so much. Okay, so coming up to our next section, we've got a brand new section here with the builder. If you want to introduce yourself and tell us what you brought.
Yeah, sure. I'm Ryan Van Duzer, and I built the Mosasaur feeding station and observation booth here. I love doing aquatic themes, and I had to finally do this for Jurassic Park. So
you obviously have a different challenge here of building kind of under the tables and everything. So talk about kind of how this comes together for you.
Yeah, so we've been talking about it for years, like trying to add more depth. And obviously with being an island, we wanted to have the water below it. So we had to do a lot of planning and preparation to try to plan the space out. But I think it turned out well. Yeah, kind of works with Main Street. We've got my entrance here with a glass elevator going down to underwater observation. So we're able to connect Main Street to the Mosasaur. So it's worked out well.
What were kind of the key elements you wanted to include in here? Obviously, lots of different colors and kind of types of pieces for that underground scenery.
Yeah, I mean, I love corals, so I had to add those. My favorite part of the Mosasaur is the Boba Fett capes, or its fins. So that was my favorite ad there. But yeah, just to add some color and a little bit of, action to the scene rather than just the Mosasaurus. But yeah.
No, absolutely. And there's even some kind of lights that you have shining on it, so it kind of adds that extra fun element.
Yeah, exactly. Lighting just adds so much, especially with the underwater scenes. So I've got spotlights in the submersibles, we've got kind of the water lights, and then down in the observation center as well. Just adds that little bit extra.
The Mosasaurus looks like it'd be pretty big and heavy here, and so posing that can't be easy. So how did you kind of figure the posability of it out?
Yeah, that's always the biggest challenge. I dropped it many times in this process, for sure. Yeah, so just using a lot of technique and beams to try to hold it up. The physics are challenging, but I was able to get it in a safe position for the show. So.
Excellent work. Will we see more underwater in the future, you think, here?
Yeah, I hope so. We're talking about surrounding the entire island, so we'll see. Look for more in the future, for sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then who's our next builder over here then? Looks like
Daryl.
Daryl, okay. Come over here. So if you want to introduce yourself and tell us what we have here.
Well, I'm Daryl, and Davey left me. So this is the dig site. I don't actually know a lot about this. He built it. It's good. It's from the original movie. We've got the X-ray machine over here. We've got, there we go. There's my guy.
The excavation area that's happening here. You've got all the
From
tents
the
set up and
original.
everything. You've got the big dinosaur skulls over in that corner. It's very cool.
Well, you need dinosaurs to dig up, so we got to move them over there.
Yeah, and then little bits of lighting and movement all throughout here. So the helicopter blades moving, so it just kind of really makes it pop.
Yeah, we've constantly been improving on the movement and the lighting because, that's what attracts people and that's what gets them over here. So we've got more lights over there. Mosasaur has tons of lights this year. Monorail station's got lights. We've got dual observation towers this year. And then the monorails are actually staying away from each other. So everything's improving every year. We've revamped the fences, completely rebuilt them.
Okay, so what is the kind of main design element of the new fence design?
Oddly enough, it took us this long to pull schematics from the actual show and build off of that, so they look accurate. But yeah, we got some joints in between, so we can do straight, we can do slight
Like
curves.
ball joints that kind of allow that flexibility.
Yeah, so instead of just all 90s everywhere, you can get these nice curves that follow the tracks. It's got the slopes on the bottom to get that slight tilt. And then, of course, tons of the wiring. And then we've got our, 10,000 volts and no flash photography. I'm sure give it a couple years and these guys will be lit up too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Working on it.
And then what else is happening in this section here?
This is just more of the free-range dino area where all our dinos are free to commingle, and of course they stick to their own. We've got the herbivores over there and the carnivores over here, so we don't have too much trouble. Throw a goat every now and then just to keep them busy. And then I think Davey's got the next section.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Isla Chorizo. It's
Thank
great
you.
to have you guys back. We're here. We're enjoying the park. People are roaming around. It's great. We as you see, obviously it's the same but different every year, and we love that. There's always improvements. We spend the whole weekend talking about how we can change this or do that or make this better or tell this little scene or story or build this plate to do whatever, and then the next year we do that. So that's what's fun. Like you see here, we get to tell stories. So somebody built a Mills plate that went lower in elevation, so we use that to make a bunch of dinos hatching. But always happy to bring the train back. The train that started it all is here. We're still dealing with some connection issues with as big as the layout is, but it's there it is. It's fun. We got the dinos still chasing. We always joke that we never put any minifigures in it for a couple of reasons. One, it makes it too heavy, and then two, it's just funny to say like, oh yeah, there's tourists on there. Oh, there was tourists on there.
And then, of course, we've got a couple of big observational towers.
Yes, and Daryl did a great job on those. Always looking for ways that we can bring height to the build, and then it's a fun way for the figures to see the rest of the park. We've also used our marketing billboards there to advertise the other attractions around the park, because we gotta make the money so we can spare no expense.
Yeah. Some custom printing throughout the layout this year, right?
Absolutely. Park maintenance Kai over here has really elevated our game, and we really appreciate what he's been able to bring to the park, and being able to do some really, really custom stuff to just add that little extra flair. Like I said, spared no expense.
Yeah. And then as we move down this direction, what else is in here?
So you saw the fences are continued on. We've got the fences now, gates where the train can pass through it and that sort of thing. Just trying to make some if you look back on past ones, we didn't have a whole lot of fences, so we're trying to improve that. But we've got the river running through here with the Jurassic tours on the river. We've got some more ideas to expand that even more for next year, but some great river work here. Really like seeing water. But we're kind of moving into the backside of our ACU building and everything, and like a whole lot of I don't know what's going on. We let some people have some free reign on dinosaur placement, and this is what we got, and we love it. That's what makes building with Isla Chorizo so much fun, is we just do whatever we want and make it fun. This, for example, this is my buddy Rob. He works for a local knife company, Columbia River Knife and Tool, and so that's him with his custom knives fighting off a T-Rex. He's doing a great job. Appreciate Rob being here. But then we're moving on to the beach, and that's Val. Let's pass it off to Val here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Okay, so if you want to introduce yourself and tell us about your section.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Val. I am the Emergency Response Coordinator for the island. Welcome to the restricted section of Isla Chorizo. So let's take a look here. As we're coming down at the beach and taking a look at the sprawling mountains here, we've had a little bit of a containment breach. We've got some mutated dinosaurs that are popped out of containment that we are trying to hunt down and get back in. We've got a really beautiful section here where we've got Baywatch on scene to help get the civilians back to safety. We are in the process of building a new command center, which is going to help us keep these containments under lock and key. And as we come down into this section, we've got our we've got a Spinosaurus escaping contamination as well. You know what? I am really sorry, guys. I've got to go, but I'm going to pass it on over to JJ here.
Okay, well, we'll try to survive then. Thank you for that tour.
Thanks so much. I'm sorry. I got to get this under control.
Also, shout out to the huge mountain in the background here, which is really, really impressive, and all the dinosaurs back there. And just really impressive section of the layout. I also wanted to point out the lettering there in the plants. Spells out the Isla Chorizo there, so very impressive. We'll now make our way around the island. So we've got an additional dino builds that have been added in here, but as we make our way to this section, looks like we've got the builder here. If you want to introduce yourself and tell us what you've got.
Hi, my name's Christopher Clifford, and I'm a park ranger, and I'm going to be talking about Kitty Park. So if we just start here, we've got the egg scrambler. It's improved since last year. Last year it was kind of broken. And then, we got the Kitty Park back there, and it looks like there's a breach.
Okay, I like the little tiny dinos there. It's a little petting zoo.
Yeah. It's fun placing every single little dino.
And then what's in this section?
Okay, so first you got What's for Dinner, You. And then we've got a roller coaster back there that will be here in spring 2027. And we've got the kiddie park. And that's where you drop your kids off when you want to go see the big dinos.
Is this section of the park any safer than the rest of it?
No. You've already got big dinos looking around for their next target.
Well, I hope these kids make it out, but this is a very fun addition. I'm glad the kids have a place to stay entertained, and I also love your headgear. You're very prepared.
Yeah,
Great work, thank you.
no problem.
Okay, and one iconic element is the volcano here, so if you want to introduce yourself and tell us about the volcano.
Sure. Hey, welcome back. I'm Mark Corbel, the chief volcanologist on the island. I also have a second job now. You know, budgets are tight. I'm the terraforming expert. So, like, we're trying to raise up the island, you know, give it more of that rim look in the center. But yeah, the volcano here, nothing's really changed since last year. You know, safety is still our top priority. But as we remind all guests, you signed a waiver and there are no refunds. And so if anything occurs, you know, we hope you had a good time while you did it. So, yeah, we still got everything going on with it. Eruptions happen pretty frequently. In fact, we may actually be, we're actually having one right now.
Sounds like a big one.
Yeah, this happens pretty frequently. It's nothing to be worried about. You know, deaths have been minimal. I'll just say that for the past year. So, yeah,
at
a lot of
least
excitement.
they finally got their revenge on one of the dinos.
Right, yeah, that's the Revenge of the Goat, right? If you may remember from 1993, the original, and there you have it. They finally got their way. We've also increased our brand recognition, right? Like a lot of us have these name tags, and you'll see some new marketing materials across the island promoting different aspects of the island, the kiddie park, the Mosasaurus event over there too. So we're really excited about that.
Word of mouth wasn't working because of the number of deaths, so you had to put up some billboards.
Right, you've got to keep a balance there, right, from a corporate perspective, and that's what we're all about, right?
Absolutely.
It's about the community, it's about the fans, even if something bad happens, you know.
And I see there's more kind of water park ride elements. So we saw the river over there, but here you've got some rafts as well.
Yeah, totally. You can go right by the volcano, you know, always trying to expand that kind of look of Isla Chorizo within the footprint. So, yeah, it gets better every year.
Speaking of goats, we've got the ultimate goat statue over here, and what is in this section?
Right, so you've got one of the original train stations. This is the Jurassic tours, as you can kind of see there, and yeah, the goats, you know, are getting bigger, and so trying to have that equality in the ecosystem, right, of kind of the balance between the creatures and them. So, yeah, so that's kind of my part. I think I'll pass you off to Kai, our island manager.
Great work, thank you so much. Okay, so if you want to tell us your name and then give us an overview here.
Hello, I'm Kai. I'm the head maintenance engineer here at Jurassic Park, Isla Chorizo. So over here, finish out your guys' tour. We're gonna see our wonderful raptor paddock with our, you know, there's something in there. I don't know. Hopefully it's raptors. We're not too sure just right now. But we also have our armored Jurassic World or Jurassic Park 2 RV back here. Going to the charging station, you know, got to charge up those batteries.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So bigger, better, always a good time.
Yeah. So what was the total number of builders involved this year?
Total number of builders is about 12 to 15 builders. A little bit bigger this year. We're about 120 base plates bigger. Dinosaurs we've gone up as well. I think we're definitely in the 600 somewhere.
Wow.
I don't think we put them all out though, so we'll see what happens there. But very fun.
You've got this great kind of grid layout, so tell us a little bit about kind of how you guys plan this each year.
So each year we have a blue brick layout, and we use train clubs use blue brick as a software, and so we use it as well. And so we lay out where, this is this build, this is that build, and it's loosely there to make it so that it's easier when we show up at the show. Because it's a lot of clicking down plants when we get here, filling in all those empty places. So
is there a lot of communication then between the builders of saying, hey, I've got this many base plates and I'm going to set it up in this way, and just kind of making sure it all fits together?
Yeah, so my job is to coordinate the layout, and so everybody tells me what builds they have, how big they are, what they are, so that we can then integrate them into a cohesive layout. So like over there when you were talking with Val, that was our employee area, and then over here is the main street, over there is our paddocks, Over there was the kiddie park. And so we try to keep it as seamless and cohesive as possible. And then everybody says, I have this many Mills plates, and then I have this many plants, and then Bob has all the dinosaurs. We don't have to worry about that. And so it works out really well when we get here.
Monorail is something that's always popular, and you guys have just a crazy length of monorail track here. And what have you found kind of works well to power those? How do you guys keep those going?
Currently, we just changed up how we're doing the monorails and the train as well. We're looking at, you can modify the powered up hubs and connect a 9-volt battery to them. And so if you get a connector, you can solder it on. So we've been using powered up with the 9-volt batteries, and it's been working out really well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So we'll look forward to more next year. It sounds like it's going to be bigger and better than ever.
Bigger and better as ever, as always, and hope you guys had a lovely tour.
Yeah. Thank you so much to you and all the builders involved here. We always appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for showing it off.